I think if The Rock ran, he would just be able to be a landslide.
The Rock would win 99% of the vote.
Yeah.
On either side.
Everybody loves The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is his vice president.
Dude, that would be so funny, dude.
I'd vote for that.
Oh my God. The thing is that they both have so much money that it wouldn't be interesting. They would lose money to be the president and vice president.
Which is why they won't do it.
Right, because Kevin Hart probably wants to not be the vice president.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier if Kevin was the president and The Rock was the vice president.
Yeah.
Just
aesthetically, it'd be way funnier.
Yeah, just standing over Kevin.
The Rock would like pick him up for speeches.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Isaac Abrams Show, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest. Do you prefer Matt or Maddie?
Oh, do not ever call me Maddie.
No.
No.
Who am I getting you confused with? I'm Maddie Chimber.
There's like a bunch. All the other Matts in comedy are like from Boston, so they all go by Maddie.
Yeah.
But I would nah.
I'm leaving that in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them. They have bad names.
Don't fucking call him Maddie, dude.
Yeah, don't call
I
me
told
Maddie.
you 100 times not to do that.
I go by Matt. I go by Daddy.
Right.
Maybe that's what you're getting.
I think I'm getting the Y from Daddy on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Matt Daddy Lockwood.
Matt Daddy Lockwood.
Where'd the daddy come from?
I gave it to myself.
Yeah.
Like I started in San Diego and I gave it to myself there, and then had some friends that helped it catch on. And then with Instagram, Matt Lockwood is such a generic name. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I could do numbers. I've always hated numbers.
Yeah. Or I do the.
Yeah, you could do the. But even on like AIM, when I used to do that, I never did numbers. I thought they were so lame.
Yeah.
It just shows that you're like unoriginal.
And everybody tried to do 42069.
Yeah.
So
Well, my Venmo is Matt Lockwood 69. If you want to fucking send me some money.
I'm gonna put your Venmo right down here.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna get $0.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I usually do. But it's worth the chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I needed an Instagram name, and I was like, Matt Daddy Lockwood.
Yeah.
And I found out that when you put something as your Instagram name, that's how people start to see you.
Right.
So like people I've never met will bring me up on stage as Matt Daddy Lockwood. And I'm like, this fucking rules.
Yeah. It's like Santino getting called Cheeto all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah. So you started in San Francisco.
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to just list off a bunch of San Francisco guys that you may or may not know.
No, I'm homies with a lot of them, but
yeah,
no, fuck them compared to us.
Right.
There's like a north side, south side war, and I think we're winning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we got Taylor Tomlinson, we got Brian Simpson.
Those are two murderers right there. Brian's
two of the biggest comics in the world right now.
Yeah, Brian's insane.
Yeah.
The way his mind works.
I did open mics with him.
Yeah?
I've watched him. I don't think he's gotten better. I think he's always been that good.
Really?
But I've seen people start to recognize him,
Yeah.
which is a fun thing to watch.
He makes me want to quit.
Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's like a guy who was just born to do stand-up.
Yeah. And then just lived a lot of life first.
Yeah.
And now he
been
has
through a
ton of stuff to talk about.
A lot of stories, yeah. A lot of different viewpoints on stuff.
Yeah. What did you do before comedy?
I tried to find myself.
Yeah.
No, I went to I always hated like working. I tried to go to a year of college. I hated it. I did a semester of business school, a semester of film school. Hated both. Mm-hmm. Then just got like a factory job to try to figure some stuff out. And then in my job, I started listening to podcasts and was like, oh, I want to be around those people.
Yeah.
And so decided to move to San Diego and start stand-up.
Yeah, I have a similar kind of story. I had a wood shop, so I work in the film business as a director and assistant director.
Right.
But I have a lot of free time because I only work on commercials, so I only work like 10 days a month.
Yeah.
So I had a little freelance workshop. I was trying to make wood art, become an artist.
Yeah.
So I started listening to like Marin and Rogan, and I would run out of podcasts, and I was like, I really like what's happening here.
Yeah.
And I was in a band before. I want to get back on the road. I wanted to tour. So I was like, I think I'm going to start a podcast studio. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And then everything just kind of fell in place. I started going to the clubs and taking pictures, and comics were like, I'll be on your show. I don't give a shit.
Hell yeah.
So then I started producing for Joe Coy, and
nice.
helped out with Tim Dillon and Theo Vaughn for a little bit.
Yeah. Back in the day when like every podcast was still interesting.
Right.
Everything was so original and so new. And
yeah, now everybody's been on everybody's show so many times.
And like business, like there's a Trader Joe's podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. I
don't
want to compete with fucking a coupon.
Yeah. I started actually actively scrolling through Instagram to look at other people's clips just to see like how mine stack up.
Yeah.
And it was overwhelming because there's like, here's a kitty cat podcast and here's a popsicle podcast. It's like,
when it's like, if you can afford good equipment, like you don't have it, your podcast just looks good.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't even have to be funny to like compete.
Yeah.
Which I think is bad for all of us. But.
It is bad. I'm on the anchor end of that probably, but I was trying to go about it like by building a fan base through social media, through the clips of the pod.
Yeah.
Because working through the mic scene, which is a necessary evil, it's soul crushing.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's hard.
This is it's like I feel like I wouldn't do comedy if I didn't like feel like I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's just nothing else I want to do, but I would love to quit and be able to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I like enjoyed, plumbing or something, I would do that.
Do you think if you were a plumber, you'd be one of those guys who made plumbing content?
No.
You just be a plumber.
The worst part about stand-up is making content.
Yeah.
I just want to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And now I have to focus all my time and money and energy to
all the auxiliary
clips
shit.
and podcasts and all. Like you have to do so much to compete.
Yeah,
It's the worst part.
Yeah.
When I started, I was like, I'm going to just be a stand-up forever. I'm just going to be really good at stand-up, and that's all I have to be. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to LA, and I was like, I got to be. Stand-up is the least of my worries.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious.
Do you act as well? Do you do acting?
No, not really.
Not interested.
No, I've gone on like auditions a little bit, but it's I think I'll act eventually. Mm-hmm. But when people are like, "Hey, I wrote this part for you. I want you to be in that."
Exactly. Or like somebody writes a sketch and like, you got to do this.
Yeah,
bit.
I don't want to compete to act. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't love it that much to like.
Yeah.
Try, I guess.
I just see the guys that get on shows and I see their needle move from like they start selling out clubs and they make that transition to theaters and it's that exposure on network television or streaming television. It's like, man, I do not want to be an actor. I hate it. And I'm super comfortable doing it because I'm familiar with sets from being around for 15 years. And it's like, but if somebody offered it to me, it's like, okay. I mean, I'm not going
to say no to.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be on a contestant show. I don't want to go compete to be the funniest guy in the room.
Yeah. I would do that. That's what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to get on Survivor for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you watch Alone?
Yeah.
Would you? How do you compare the two?
Oh, fuck. Alone is impossible.
Yeah?
Alone is like a skill.
Yeah.
Survivor, you get fed and they take care of you. There's medical people.
Yeah.
Survivor's just a mental game, and then they fuck with you physically.
Right.
Alone is like a mental and physical game.
You got to be a real
insane.
outdoorsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
No.
I don't know if I would last till the first night.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be scared. On Survivor, there's not like, even when they were in Africa, they were like, they weren't exposed to the animals.
Right.
In Alone, you are.
Yeah, in Survivor,
if a bear comes, no one's gonna fucking.
That's it.
Take care of it. You are dead. So I'm like, no, I don't need to do that. I don't need to be scared.
Yeah, and it's the same money if you win Survivor, right? It's like a $500,000.
It's a mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They moved it up on the last season of Alone. I think it was a mil.
Damn.
The guy only had to.
It's a great show.
It is. I love watching it.
Yeah. My biggest thing is like, people don't really know how to watch Survivor, I think, like casual fans, but it's purely a mental game where it's like, can you be like on your own? Because in Survivor, you're surrounded by people, but it's all people like you think you're friends with, but you can't trust, which is, I think, just fucks with you more than anyone could know. Like all the people on Survivor talk about how when they get back home, they have to go to therapy.
Wow.
Because they like have these trust issues with all their closest friends and family. And
yeah.
Like, because they just went through this really traumatic, intense 30 days of that.
Do you think the strategy is like trying to win everybody over and kind of being cool with everybody, or do you automatically go like, fuck these 5 people, I'm teaming up with these other 5?
I mean, it like evolves. Like now Survivor is not as good as it used to be because now everyone's like kind of realized that you have to be friendly and there's no more drama, there's no more villains. Everyone's just kind of all like,
right.
We're just all playing a game, so let's make it as pleasant as possible.
Sure.
Where like in the good, like the back in the day, it was like, these guys would come in and fuck everything up and be villains. And then it's like, do we vote for them because they play good, or do we not vote for them because we hate them as people?
Yeah.
And there was like that element to it. But yeah, now it's just kind of like, you have to be the most boring player to win now, which is kind of not good for the game.
No, it's not good for the viewers either.
Yeah.
Yeah. They still have the same host, or did he get canceled?
Yeah, no, Jeff Probst.
Dude.
Greatest host in television history.
Right?
Yeah.
25 years now?
Yeah, he's done 44 seasons.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were thinking about taking the guy from The Bachelor and switching him with the guy from Survivor, and just for a season, just to see.
He got canceled, right?
He did. Guy? Yeah.
Chris?
He was taking advantage of the young ladies that were getting voted or not getting roses.
Oh, the guy from The Bachelor?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Well, I mean, he's also handsome, and he's got tons of money.
Beautiful, sad women.
Yeah. He's like, oh, come over here.
That should be part of his contract.
It should be part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens after.
It's like the losers bracket in a World Cup. It's like the third place game.
He's the consolidation sex.
Yeah.
It's just like if you don't get the 22-year-old quarterback from USC, then you get the 40-year-old host dude.
Yeah. Who's also rich.
He's super rich.
Enjoy that. Yeah.
I mean, he's done as many seasons of The Bachelor as Jeff's done of Survivor, I think.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
I mean, it's 4 seasons a year.
Bachelor is?
It's something like that.
He's probably got more than Jeff then.
Maybe.
Survivor's 2 a year.
We should. They should fight each other.
Jeff would win.
Oh yeah.
Jeff's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Yeah.
My friend is friends with his cousin. That's the closest I've ever
Close
gotten.
enough, dude. That's Kevin Bacon
it's
right
something,
there.
Yeah. I want to so bad. He's like a guy. I feel like I don't get starstruck easily. I would get starstruck.
Yeah. Because I mean, you've seen a shitload of celebrities come through the store.
Yeah.
You're not a door guy anymore.
No.
That's been a while, right?
Yeah, I quit at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So not too long,
But during those days, it was like, oh, that's fucking Quentin Tarantino right there.
Quentin Tarantino, Leo, Nelly, A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, Justin Bieber, Ludacris. I mean, yeah, everybody.
Do the celebrities have a specific room that they like to go see shows in, or is it all OR?
It's usually the main room just because it's bigger and there's more special places we can put them.
Right.
If they want to be hidden or they want to be in VIP or whatever, we can take care of them.
Yeah. I have a buddy that lives in my neighborhood that loves to sit in Mitzi's booth.
Yeah.
He pays the $200 or $300 or whatever.
Yeah. It's a good spot.
Yeah. I can't picture it because I haven't been in the main room, but maybe like 6 times total in my whole life. But
it's like tucked away, kind of. It's like a hidden booth.
He loves it. He loves the energy of sitting in it.
All right.
He's like, I'm sitting in Mitzi's booth tonight. I'm like,
do you want me to ruin it for him?
Yes.
Though
he's watching right now.
The booth she actually used to sit in is the one above Mitzi's booth.
He will get that one now.
Okay.
Yeah. But they market it as this was Mitzi's booth.
Yeah.
But the one behind it, it's just luck of the draw to get sat there.
No, the one behind it you still have to pay for.
Yeah.
But you can't buy it specifically. But Mitzi's booth is like a special. It's like different than all the other booths. So it's like a cool thing.
Yeah. Have you been down to Austin yet?
I have. I was there. I almost moved there.
Really?
I was looking at apartments and trying to sign a lease.
Yeah.
In a couple months ago.
I was talking to Steve Fury a couple weeks ago. He's thinking about maybe like going in with a bunch of guys on it.
So we all kind of had some drama happen with Austin that turned us all off to it.
Gotcha. We're going to leave it right at that.
Just money.
Yeah.
Money issues. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been there. All my San Diego boys are there.
Oh, really?
All the guys I started with are there.
Yeah, Brian's there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I told you before we recorded that this wasn't going to be all about comedy, and here we are just chit-chatting about comedy. Yeah.
What else are we going to talk about?
I mean...
We talked about Survivor.
Yeah, we did. Are you a big sports guy?
Yes.
What's your sport?
I am a... football is my number one.
So it's your time. This is your season.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm a Lions fan.
Okay, Detroit.
Yeah. Which means I'm loyal as fuck.
Yeah.
Why? To a fault.
Were you born in Detroit?
I was born in Michigan.
Okay.
Raised in Michigan.
Yeah.
And I don't care about anything as much as I care about the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
I love them.
I'm not super into football, but I'll watch the Super Bowl every year.
Okay. You've never seen them then?
No. But they're getting better, right? This
is supposed to be their big season.
Yeah.
My whole life they've been bad.
Yeah.
I've never in my lifetime seen them win a playoff game.
Not one.
I have seen them go to the playoffs 3 times. I'm 32.
Yeah.
I have not seen them win a playoff game.
All right. Well, at least they didn't do the HBO show on them because that's a curse.
They did last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that was the curse.
Yeah. That's when everyone fell in love with the team. So.
I watched that show. I like that.
Good.
Yeah. I learned more about football every time I watched that show.
Yeah.
But I also know that I'm not betting on that team that year.
Yeah.
Because they're done. I grew up in North Carolina. We had the Panthers.
Yeah.
And that's why I never got into football because
Sure.
they were never great.
Yeah, I mean, they made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, but that was after I moved out here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I moved out here in 2006.
Yeah, it's tough. They're a new franchise, right, when you were growing up?
Yeah, we got them in the 90s.
Yeah.
So most of my growing up didn't have a football team. We had a hockey team. We had the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah, what was the sport of choice before football was there?
It was all college basketball when I was growing up.
Okay.
So we have Duke,
Obviously, yeah.
UNC, and NC State. And
what about the Hornets? No?
I mean...
Because they were bad too, right?
The only thing about the Hornets was that in the early 90s, everybody had that starter jacket.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the sickest colors.
It didn't matter where you lived.
Yeah.
You could live in Brooklyn and be rocking the Charlotte jacket.
It's a sick jacket.
It was. But now I think there's something with it like... Didn't Michael Jordan bought it or sold it and made it a women's team or did something to it?
Yeah, he didn't make it a women's team, but yeah. No, they moved to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then the new team came in as the Charlotte Bobcats. Mm-hmm. And then the New Orleans team changed their name to something else, and then Charlotte went back to Charlotte Hornets.
See, it's a lot to keep up with.
Sure, yeah.
For feeble-minded, non-sports guys like me.
So you're not sports at all?
I mean, I grew up playing soccer in school, and my parents put me in bowling, and I ended up getting very good at bowling when I was a kid.
You bowled a perfect game?
No.
Damn.
I rolled like between 15 and 20 299s, which is one pin away from a perfect game.
Yeah.
I choke.
Where do you miss the pin?
It's always the 10 pin.
Damn.
Yeah. Because I throw a hook that goes like into the left side of the pocket, and it'll always leave the 10 hanging. But I could get 11 of them in a row a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's almost cool.
Yeah, I carried like a 260, 270 average for a while. I was going to go pro.
All right.
But then I decided to drop out of high school and join a band.
Yeah, smart.
Rock and roll.
Can I tell you what I don't like about those sports?
Sure.
It's like, there's only one good score. You can never get better than that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
and everyone's accomplished it. Well, not everyone, but almost
anybody
everyone.
that's any good at it has done it. Yeah.
It's like hard to watch sports like that where like even professional bowling, it's like, don't they always just get 300?
No, that's the excitement is like you can tell early on, like by the 7th or 8th frame, you can tell this guy's going to finish out perfect and this guy's going to lose the game already.
Oh, interesting.
Do you remember when Pandy first hit and the only sport on TV was cornhole?
Yeah.
That is, I agree with you, is every guy gets all 4 in every single fucking time. It's like, have you played cornhole? That's hard.
Yeah, and if you don't get that, then you're bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch you on TV.
Yeah. Like, why aren't you getting them all in?
Yeah. If I watch a bowler not get 300, I'm like, I'm never watching bowling again.
You're off the list.
This is lame.
There's always those clips on the internet of some, like, older than he should be bowler that's like, I am the god. And he's, like, screaming at the camera. I love that guy. Yeah. He's like, suck my... Oh, you're like, whoa, take it easy, man. You're a bowler.
Well, maybe they need that, though. They need the personality.
Yeah. They need a little action.
It's like I didn't watch golf until Tiger Woods.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. I love playing golf, but if I want to take a nap, I'll watch golf.
I love watching golf.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, it started probably my senior year of high school, but I was like, oh, this is so fun.
Yeah. Do you ever...
it's a nice, relaxing fun.
Do you play?
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
Okay.
It's so frustrating.
It is. It's, I mean...
Because I would go with guys that were like good, and they would try to give me tips, and so I'd like fix one thing and then be focused on that, and then the next thing would be wrong, and it's like, I don't know. I just can't handle it.
Some guys are just so good at it.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good driver, and I have a pretty good approach.
Sure.
I can't putt.
Yeah.
I'm a 3 to 4 putt.
That's the only thing I can do.
Putting
and chipping is mine.
Yeah.
Because I also, when I first moved to LA, I lived right next to a par 3 course.
Okay.
Like walking distance. So I would just go, and during the COVID, I would just go and play.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you move?
Yes.
Okay. So can you say which par 3 it was?
Los Feliz par 3.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay. What's there's an executive in Van Nuys that's pretty dope. It's like mostly par 3s.
What does that mean?
Executive is like, it's a 9-hole, but 3 of the holes are par 4s. So
okay.
Everything else is par 3.
Yeah, that's like Roosevelt at Griffith, right?
Yes.
I think they have some 5s. But
yeah. I think they have...
It's like a nice 9-hole that you can walk.
Yeah.
I love that place.
That place is super awesome. It reminds me of DeBell, which is in Burbank, up in the mountains of Burbank. And the only reason they call it DeBell is because on I think it's hole 11, you're shooting blind on a par 3, and when you're done, you ring the bell so the people on the tee box know that you're clear.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
Cute.
Little LA trivia for you in case you go to trivia night. Do you do trivia night? You ever do trivia night?
Man, when I was in college and a couple years after, me and a group of friends would go every week to trivia. I'm a huge trivia guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They have it at the bar next to my house.
Okay. What bar?
It's called Prince of Wales.
Okay.
It's in Playa del Rey.
Okay.
And right off Culver. And the guy that hosts it, his girlfriend wins every week.
Okay.
She doesn't miss.
Yeah.
So, and it's
all... A little collusion going on?
It's all on the phone.
Oh, I don't like that. No, play for real.
That's right.
Yeah.
Write your fucking answers down.
Yeah. No, we used to go... we'd roll like 6, 7, 8 deep.
Right.
And just get hammered every Thursday and talk so much shit. Mm-hmm. We'd have rivalries with other teams. I went back last year. And like my friends haven't been there in 7, 8 years, 9 years, and we all went back, and it was the same guy hosting.
Wow.
He's so happy to have us. Yeah.
Did he remember you?
Shout out DJ Jeff. Yeah.
DJ Jeff.
I mean, we went for like 4 years.
Does he have very long hair, kind of old glasses?
Bald, short, wrestler.
Our guy likes to DJ he likes to ask questions that take like 5 minutes to answer so he can play songs and the songs are clues.
Okay.
Because you're like, oh, I don't know. And then the Prince is on. You're like, oh, Purple Rain. Yeah. And then you like, so he tries to give it away. But our team captain, I don't think he watches.
Why do you have a team captain?
Because one guy gets to hold the phone.
Oh, it's on the phone, right?
Because if everybody had their phone in their hand, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
But when he can't think of something, he'll just copy, paste into Google. So he cheats a little bit too.
Okay.
But he won't cheat us into first place. He'll only cheat us into second.
Yeah.
But
all right,
we get cash sometimes.
Yeah.
I've never been a big trivia guy, but on trivia night, you can get a burger, 2 beers, and fries for $10.
Damn.
So I don't give
That's great.
Yeah. I don't care what's going on with the trivia. I'm eating that burger.
Yeah.
Do you have a spot that's got a deal in LA that you'd love to go eat at?
Ooh, a good deal.
Or does that even factor? Do you just have a meal that you like?
No, I mean, money ain't shit to me, you know.
Nice. Boats and hoes.
Yeah, no boats. Not a lot of hoes either, to be honest. Mostly just like food. I don't know. I drink for free, essentially, as a comic.
Cool. Yeah. So you haven't given that up yet, huh?
No. My therapist says I should.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I've cut back.
That's cool.
I used to, I'd be drinking a lot. Also, when you work there, you're there like 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so boring unless you're drinking. So it's like, might as well drink.
Right. Could you drink as a door guy while you're working? That's a pretty good perk.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't supposed to, but.
Oh, gotcha.
You do.
Yeah.
You know?
Take a little safety meeting.
No one's going to say anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll say something, but.
Yeah. What's the, and you don't have to reveal this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's the after store hang? Where's everybody go? Because you're so.
Secret room in the back.
Oh, you stay there at the store.
Barney's Beanery is just down the road, walkable, drivable.
They stay open past 2?
No, past 2 is like, there's an after hours bar I used to go to, which is downtown, so not close to the store at all.
Gotcha.
And I know there's a couple afters around there, but I wasn't big into that culture. But usually we'll go hide in the back, lock the doors, shut the doors, and
yeah, you got the key. Why not?
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Be your own bartender.
Yeah, BYOB.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning before.
Yeah,
it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's bad for you, but it's it's fun.
But if you're gonna hang somewhere,
yeah,
why not be the coolest place in the world?
Yeah, it's like those parents that are like, yeah, you can get drunk here. I just want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah. You guys Uber home, or you just wait it out?
Drive.
Wow.
No, I'll Uber.
This is actually a DUI checkpoint podcast.
Yeah, I'm giving away a lot of classified information on this.
I'm not going to clip that part, so the odds of anybody seeing it are
lower.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big Uber guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to Lyft, or just in general?
Usually Uber. It's cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you on the road at all right now?
No. Very much here.
Yeah. Are you? Is that your mentality? Do you like staying here and doing spots in town as opposed to?
Yeah, I'd rather be here. I mean, unless you're like making real money, but
yeah,
at my level, when you go out on the road, you're not really making much.
By the time you pay for travel,
yeah. It's like I just drove 2 hours to Santa Barbara this weekend to do one show. And drive back 2 hours, and you get $125. It's like
right. So after gas,
yeah, my car gets 20 miles a gallon.
Yeah, you have a Jeep, right? Did you used to have a Jeep?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
A Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, red?
That would be... No, not a red Jeep Wrangler.
It's always parked on the hill right outside the store. I thought it was yours.
I don't know. Maybe Mitch Burrow back in the day?
Maybe.
No, I used to drive a 2007 Prius.
Okay.
And I just bought a new Hyundai Santa Fe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hyundai's
2020.
Okay.
But
still counts.
New. Yeah.
Hyundais are making good cars now.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah. It's fancy.
I test drove it and I was like, I want this one. I like it. It's big. I used to drive a Prius, and I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
Like 270. So Bruce Gray told me I look like Bowser from Mario Kart whenever I drove.
That's funny for Bruce to say that.
Yeah, he's also fat.
He's a big fella.
Yeah. But I grew up driving trucks.
Okay.
Pickup trucks and stuff. I was in Michigan.
Yeah.
And then, I got out here and I'm driving this little tiny Prius everywhere. And it's terrifying to be like when you're on the 405 in a little car, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
And that car will like break down. I've had tires just fucking go out on me in the middle of the
Pop off.
highway. And,
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, I have money. I have a little bit of money. I'm going to buy something nice.
Nice.
That I can fit in.
Yeah.
I can sit up straight.
Yeah.
Which is new.
Yeah, I would love to have a big ass like Z71 4-door fat ass
Yeah.
truck, but you just couldn't park it in this town.
Yeah. I mean, when I get real money, I'll get a pickup truck. I'll get an F-150, I think.
Yeah? Extended cab?
No.
What color?
I like the white ones a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely can't go white with Chevy trucks though, because those are work trucks. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I guess sometimes Ford too, but
I like the 90s
Yeah.
F-150s. That's what I drove for a while. It was like a 93, I think, a big red F-150. It was so sick.
I got a buddy that's been he drove his high school not suburban Z71 out here. It's white, and he just keeps fixing it.
Yeah.
He's got the tailgate.
It's hard to let that kind of stuff go, man.
Yeah. And now it's starting to get worth more because it's been 20, 30 years or whatever. But it's been his only car.
Damn.
He just keeps on putting money in it.
I'm the opposite. Growing up, I had like at least 2 cars a year. Because I would buy cars for like $400.
Oh.
$200.
Disposables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never had enough money to buy something decent.
Right. When it breaks down, you just leave it where you left it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one truck I bought for $200. The ignition switch broke, and one of my buddies like fixed it to the point where you had to start it with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Drove it for like a year and a half, sold it for $400.
Break even.
Yeah.
Just pay for gas.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty crazy.
My mom and dad gave me my first car, which was an 83 Buick Regal.
Okay.
This was in 1996.
Okay.
So it was 13 years old.
Yeah.
I called it the Love Coffin.
Okay.
And
That's a big car, right?
It's a boat.
Yeah.
And like if you hit a speed bump, you'll feel it like 40 seconds later.
Yeah.
It's just like thoo, thoo, it was a whale. So the first time I ever got high was with like 6 or 7 people. We're at this park and we see somebody on their back porch, like on the phone. We assume they're calling the cops because weed is illegal.
Yeah.
We all pile in the car, and I'm taking this back road in North Carolina, and it's not just a speed bump, but there's this like lip that goes up, then there's train tracks that go across, and I Dukes a hazard that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast we were going, but we got air, and when we landed, I popped all 4 of either the shocks or struts or whatever's on an 83 Buick Regal. So we're low riding that bitch all the way back to the house, and I pull up and I'm stoned as shit, and I go, "Hey, Dad, something's wrong with the car. I need to borrow your car to take my friends home." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, no problem." Didn't know I was high. I thought you would just like know.
You think? Because I definitely had moments where I came home drunk, and I feel like as an adult I would know if my kid was drunk.
I feel like that
but my
too.
parents didn't. They never caught me.
Yeah, my parents didn't drink, so they were like, "Why are you taking a nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?"
Yeah.
I got drunk for the first time at lunch in high school.
Damn.
My buddy, his dad collected rums.
Yeah.
He had like 10,000 bottles of rum, and he was like, "He's never gonna know if you take one." He brought it to school, and he just poured some in my tea. And I remember going to science after lunch, and I was like, "Whoa, booze is awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love getting drunk as a kid, man. That was the best.
It was great. No hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just do whatever you wanted, no consequence.
Right, because you're not really anywhere that you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, "Oh, you were just drunk. It's okay. It's forgivable. You're 16, whatever."
We would have keg parties to where behind the movie theater, you'd have to pop the curb, and people were doing this in their like sedans. Pop the curb, drive through a little cutout in the woods, and take a right, and you drive near the train tracks. All my stories are about train tracks, apparently.
Yeah.
And then once you got under the bridge, there was like a little fucking spot in the woods where everybody could just duck their cars. This is so redneck now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just put a keg out there.
People don't realize though, growing up in the country is like when you wanted to drink, you could just go find a place in the woods and drink, and it was the most fun thing to do.
Or an undeveloped housing community that wasn't done being built.
We used to go like my friends always had like hunting cabins, like an hour north, 2 hours north in the woods. So we just drive up there, get drunk, sleep there, come back.
Yeah, that's the best.
Like his parents didn't even know we were there. You know,
no, you just
fun.
Took the key. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm staying at Matt's house.
Just try to clean it up and get rid of any evidence. And then,
Right.
Yeah.
There's always that one fucking rogue beer can that fucks you after a party.
Yeah. That's what my mom was good at. Was she would always find out. And I think like one of our neighbors was a snitch, but
Of course.
yeah,
I
never got away with any parties.
I took my parents' car out one time when I was 15 because in North Carolina you could get your license when you're 16, and my neighbor snitched on me.
Damn.
They would have never known. I put it exactly back where I found it.
Yeah.
My neighbor saw me and called my mom.
Yeah, it's like, let us be kids, man.
Right. I didn't take your kids out.
Yeah, I'm not hurting you.
Right.
Snitch. I'll fuck a neighbor up, dog.
Yeah.
I'll go back now and find him.
I wish I
Get a little
could.
revenge.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him.
My next door neighbor, on one side, the guy didn't have an arm.
He's just a one-armed guy?
Yeah. And then on the other side, they were the only atheists in the neighborhood. So we didn't like them.
We had some people that were from Papua New Guinea, which is just outside of that's an island up north of Australia or south of, who cares? And then to the other side, we had these enormous people. They were just enormous.
Like
they were,
fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wider than they were tall.
Yeah.
They were super sweet, but they were friends with my parents. But the Australian folks, they were just off to themselves.
Were they the fat ones were the snitches?
No, other way around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. It must be a culture thing then.
It is. I mean, we're talking about like North Carolina in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like I remember when the first black family moved into our neighborhood.
Sure.
And it was a big deal.
Sure. My city still doesn't have that.
Oh, and up in Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no black people up there.
No, I mean, the only black guy that I grew up with was a guy who was like adopted from Sudan.
Oh.
He's my best friend.
Where does he live now?
Still there.
Killer.
Stayed, yeah. Bought a house.
How often do you go home?
Well, my mom passed away at the beginning of this year.
I'm sorry.
So I was home a lot the past couple years.
Yeah.
She had cancer. But before that, like once a year maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like, I don't know. I like seeing my people when I go back, but
Yeah.
it's so fucking boring to be there.
It is. And I brought all my friends out here with me when I moved.
Oh, that's nice.
Moved here with my band.
Yeah.
And then every other band was like, you can do that?
Yeah.
So like this first year I was here, I was also going home a lot my first year when I moved here because my dad had brain cancer.
Okay.
And it was like every 2 weeks my mom's like, I think you need to come home. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you going to pay for the ticket? Like,
Yeah.
I was a PA. I was making like $1.50 a day.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah. But yeah, like 5-6 other bands moved out here. So we'd go to the Rainbow Room and
Yeah.
be like, there's 30 of us and we're all idiots from North Carolina.
Yeah, that's fun though.
Yeah, it's nice to have a crew.
For sure.
But it's nicer to have like an adult crew.
Yeah.
Some of those guys have just stayed like my best friends my whole life.
Yeah.
So
I just had, when I got passed at the Comedy Store, I just had 3 of my boys come out for the first time.
oh, nice.
So we just had like a fun week.
Yeah.
Got a hotel and just partied. And
Have they seen you perform before?
yeah, I mean, I've gone back and done shows in Michigan. And a couple of them have kind of been out here for like work or whatever individually. But this was like the first time we're all like, oh, let's just have like a boys week. And they're like, we should do this every year. Yeah. I'm like, I've been saying that for fucking 12 years, dog.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
It's like, or I could come back to Michigan and we could sit around a campfire and talk about high school.
Yeah, or go to the hunting cabin again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, though.
Yeah. One of those guys has to have one of their own now, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. They all got houses and big trucks.
That's the hard part about moving here,
Yeah.
is that everybody back home has a house that would be worth $8 million here.
Yeah.
3-car
crazy.
garage. Yeah.
I mean, even when I was, because I moved out here when I was like 21, 22. And before I moved out, I was looking at houses to buy. Like 2-story houses with land.
Yeah.
Just working a bullshit factory job.
Right, because you can do that.
But you could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I moved out here and I was like, I don't know if I could afford a rent.
I wish I had the balls or the gusto to buy a house when I moved here in 06. I mean, I didn't have the money.
Yeah.
But if I just like
Figured it out.
begged my mom or my sister or somebody with money to be like, just buy me this $300,000 house.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth a 1.5.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
It'd be nuts. But I'd still be living in it because if I sold it, what am I going to get? Another $1.5 million? Like now I have a $1.5 million mortgage.
Yeah.
Like, it's a trap.
Yeah, it is. My plan is just get crazy, stupid rich and then not have to ever worry about anything again.
Do you equate being rich with being like, I hate saying famous as a comedian because even the most famous comedians in the world, people are like, who do you work with? I'm like, so-and-so. And they're like, never heard of them. I'm like, well, they sold 5,000 tickets last night in Chicago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's hard to be famous as a comic.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really need to be famous. I just want to be rich.
Yeah. So is comedy the path, the vehicle, or do you have side hustles?
Yeah, I kind of picked a bad one to try to be rich, but
It's possible.
it's pretty much just, comedy content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you take a writing gig if somebody offered it to you?
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on, because I don't have enough time in my life to like go into a fucking writer's room that I don't like and just for some money. It's like I'd rather figure stuff out on my own.
Like create a show, like Culture Court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that.
It's also way cooler to be the executive producer / creator than it is to be like writer number 4.
I'm also I'm very much a creator where I I don't like to work on other people's stuff as much as my own, which I think is common for everybody. But I'm like, I need to be like passionate about it to even think about it at all.
Yeah. I don't know if that's very common because a lot of people here are so thirsty that they're like, whatever you got, like, I'll work on it. And it's like, okay, be here at 2 on Thursday. And then they fucking ghost.
Yeah. And come in and pitch jokes and we'll say no to all of them. And
yeah.
It's like, I would never do that. If one of my friends had a show, I think I could do that, right for that. But yeah, for the most part, I'm like, I don't want to have like restrictions put on my writing.
Right.
I don't want to have to like figure any of that out. I don't know.
Or like write in someone else's voice. That's really hard to do.
Yeah, I'm just very much like life is kind of, silly and there's no rules to it, and I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's a simulation, and if you really focus on something long enough, the algorithm's just like, all right, whatever, it's free. It doesn't like it's just it's whatever he wants to watch. It's fine.
Do you think that life is a simulation?
I mean, I have been super fortunate in my life.
Yeah.
My band didn't make it, but all the things, like I wanted to be in a band, and I was in a band. I wanted to go on tour as a kid, and I went on tour with an 80s cover band. Then my band brought me out here. Then I got in the film business. Like I don't have I'm some redneck hick from North Carolina.
Yeah.
No business being in the film business. And then I became successful in that. I got to direct stuff. Now I'm directing comedy specials. Like I'm starting to like be funnier. I'm not going to claim funny yet.
Yeah.
I got into comedy when I was 39. I'm 43.
Sure.
I have the advantage of having been a public speaker my whole life.
Yeah.
But
that helps.
I mean, maybe it gives you stage confidence, but it doesn't like.
So you don't credit any of that success to yourself. You credit to the simulation.
I'm starting to.
Interesting.
Why
not credit yourself though?
Because everything I've ever gotten has been through relationships and not through.
But that's a skill.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't.
Life is about relationships.
Sure.
It's like the most important thing in life.
I totally agree because nepotism will get you way further than skill.
Yeah.
I know people that are right now funnier than I'll ever be in my whole life, and I've gotten opportunities that I don't know if they'll ever get, and maybe that's not opportunities that they want. But I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, if I focus on this and I work hard enough at it, it just happens.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who focus on something and work on it, and it doesn't happen for them. That's why I'm doing the simulation route.
Sure.
I just don't like to give myself credit for anything.
Yeah, I think you should give yourself more credit.
Okay. Well, I'm the shit.
Yeah, there you go.
I hate people that say that.
Why? Be cocky.
Cocky? I used to be so cocky. I used to just walk around like I was the shit all the time, and it just got real old because people would always call me an asshole.
Sure.
And maybe I was.
Yeah.
Probably still am.
Yeah, I mean, they're like usually cocky people are assholes, but I think there's a way to be cocky without being an asshole. But I think when you're young, you're cocky and an asshole.
Right. When you're young, you're cocky because you have no skill to back it up. And then when you're old, it's like old bull, young bull, right? You've heard that analogy?
No.
There's an old bull and a young bull at the top of the hill, and the young bull says, let's walk down there and fuck one of those cows. And the old bull says, sorry. The young bull says, let's run down there and fuck one of those cows. And the old bull goes, let's walk down there and fuck them all. So it's just like, does that make any sense? I fucked that up.
No.
So young bull's excited. He wants to run in there. He just wants to tackle it. Like, well, I can get one of them. But the old bull's like, yeah, dude, let's just take our time. Let's go down there. Let's fucking relax. So like, I think
sounds like a kind of a rapey analogy.
It is. It doesn't hold up. Okay. It's like that Christmas song that we can't sing anymore. Baby,
it's
cold.
Yeah, Baby, It's Cold Outside. Yeah.
Still play it.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I think I've gotten a little bit into the kill your ego kind of shit, like trying to go down that path.
Sure.
And every day is a process.
Sure.
So, I think I need to be cockier as a performer.
Yeah.
Because I think watching tapes back of me perform, I think I'm just got everybody in the palm of my hand. And I look back and I'm like staring down at the ground and I'm pacing really fast.
Yeah.
So I'll take that cocky note for stage, but.
Yeah, I just think like most of my life I had a big ego and was not cocky at all. And I'm kind of just like been reversing that.
Yeah.
Like, because I like being cocky. I enjoy being cocky. I think it's good for stand-up especially. Mm-hmm. And also, you can be cocky and without an ego.
Oh, interesting. I've always paralleled the two. Like, if you're cocky, you have a big ego.
Yeah. But there's like a way to be cocky in a sense of like, you don't have to like tell everyone how good you are. But if someone asks, you could be like, yeah, I'm really fucking good at this. Like, that's still cocky, right?
Yeah.
But it's not me being an asshole.
Right.
It's not being like, hey, dude, I'm better at fucking comedy than you are.
Yeah.
But if you were to be like, how good are you? I'd be like, I know how good I am. I'm very good. And that's egoless, too.
Yeah. And I feel the same way about the film business. Like if you ask me how good of an assistant director I am, I'd be like, I can shoot the shit out of a Lexus commercial.
Yeah.
But then like, it's interesting to make a career shift in your like mid 40s.
Yeah.
To go like, oh, I'm very good at this one thing that a lot of people would love to get into. Now I'm trying to get good very late in life at this other thing that a lot of people would try.
Are you bored with with assistant directing?
Comedy, going on the road and doing videography for comedy and not necessarily performing has given me a new appreciation for the film business. I did get burned out on that.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing? We're selling cereal again?
Yeah.
But it is a really great bartending gig. Like, that's what I call it. Because the rate for commercial workers is so high. So the workers don't go and get a TV show. So I only had to work 10 days a month. And I was doing pretty good.
Yeah, that kind of rules.
And then directing is like 10 times that.
Yeah.
Which is great. Everybody wants to kiss your ass when you're the director.
Yeah.
Except on a comedy special. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
They're like,
that's funny.
They're like, where's the comic?
Yeah.
And you're like, I need 10 minutes with him between shows. And they're like, no.
No, you don't matter here.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and it may turn out that like trying to be a comedian lends itself to like finding a different job in comedy. Like I would, if I didn't have to do stand up and I could just do this podcast where I talk to comedians, I think I'd be super happy with that. But I don't think it's legit to like call myself a comic and not do comedy while I'm talking to comedians.
Yeah.
But I also think I'd end up, like, if the show blows up, I'd also Rogan out and start talking to scientists and Neil deGrasse Tyson. And
Sure. But then would you have to start doing science stuff and
wow,
astrology and stuff to talk to them?
That's insane. You're right.
You know?
Yeah, I don't have to be a NASCAR driver to be interested in NASCAR.
Yeah.
But I do think, I don't know. I think I have to be an active participant in comedy to, like, claim being a comedian. And I think it gives me extra insight in how they work.
So you just want to call yourself a comedian. That's the most important thing.
I have avoided it forever.
Yeah.
And until I was actively doing shows like this year, I didn't call myself a comedian.
Yeah. I just had this conversation with someone else where it's like, it's really hard for us when we start to call ourselves comedians. Mm-hmm. Like the first, probably 8 years I did this, 7 years I did this, when I would get into an Uber and they'd be like, what do you do? I'd be like, I work at a pizza place, or I just say whatever the non-comedy thing I was doing to make money.
Well, strangers always go, tell me a joke when you say
yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Which now I have a lot of fun with when people are like, tell me a joke, or what is your comedy about? It's like,
tell me about your skits.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of comedy do you do?
What comedy do I do?
No, that's what they always ask.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't fucking funny.
Yeah, it's the stuff where I say words and then the people laugh.
Yeah.
That's the
hopefully that's the goal.
Yeah. But I think it's so awesome that Mitch McConnell has just started to freeze lately, because now you have such a perfect out if you drop a bomb.
Whoa, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try it out tomorrow in Portland.
Just freeze.
Yeah. I'm going to just go and see
that guy rules, by the way.
Dude.
I hope he runs for president.
I mean, he's almost decrepit enough to be qualified.
He could run this country, dog. He's a man.
I mean, he's a perfect puppet for someone else to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is anyways, right?
It's going to be an interesting season, because there's a possibility of Trump.
He's going to win.
Not only winning, but winning from jail and pardoning himself.
Yeah.
Like the day he wins, he's like, let me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Yeah. I mean, nobody else is going to beat him.
No.
Unless somebody like emerges and is charismatic enough to do it, but I just don't think anybody is. Like Logan Paul, maybe.
Is he going to run?
He should.
He should, yeah.
If Kanye didn't say the Jew stuff, he could run.
Oh, yeah, he would have had a decent shot at it.
I would have voted for him.
I think if The Rock ran, he would just be able to be a landslide.
The Rock would win 99% of the vote.
Yeah.
On either side.
Everybody loves The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is his vice president.
Dude, that would be so fucking funny, dude.
I'd vote for that.
Oh my God. The thing is that they both have so much money that it wouldn't be interesting. They would lose money to be the president and vice president.
Which is why they won't do it.
Right, because Kevin Hart probably wants to not be the vice president.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier if Kevin was the president and The Rock was the vice president.
Yeah. Just aesthetically, it'd be way funnier.
Yeah, just standing over Kevin.
The Rock would like pick him up for speeches.
Yeah.
That is the fun thing about Trump being president, though, is now it opens the door to anybody.
Yeah.
YouTube stars, movie stars.
Right.
But you know how porn stars always run for like governor of California or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like that's just going to be...
One day they'll win.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if a porn star won governor of California, if our porn industry would come back to California.
Did it leave?
Oh, yeah. Once because they ruled that porn performers had to wear condoms. So all the porn...
Oh, yeah. I thought that went away, though.
I don't know. Maybe it did. But I heard it went to Finland or Netherlands for a while.
Damn.
But
overseas.
it used to be Van Nuys, dude. It's like porn capital of the world.
Yeah.
You ever wanted to be a porn actor?
No, I've never been like a big porn guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels dark to me.
It does. Somebody was saying on a different podcast, I don't know who it is or I'd credit them, but it's like if you start with porn, then it's like the next time you got to see something a little edgier.
Yeah.
And edgier and edgier.
I mean, it's like doing drugs. It's like
if
you get addicted to drugs, you just have to keep doing more and more and more.
More drugs.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I've always been like very I don't know if there's a word for it, but like I've never done coke. And it's not because I like hate it. I'm just like, I know that if I do it, it's the way I've heard it talked about is like, I know I'll love that. And everything I've ever loved, I've just done. Like, I'm fat. I eat and then I just want to eat more. And I smoked cigarettes for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I know I'll just get addicted to it. And
did you quit cigarettes?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
One day I was like, I want to know my mind is strong enough to do this. And I just did it.
You white knuckled it?
Yeah, I had a cigarette left in the pack because everyone does. I'll just finish this pack. When I finish this pack, I'll be done. And I would always say that to myself. And I looked and I was like, it's a weak thing to say. I was like, if I want to be done, I'll be done now, and I'll keep this cigarette. And I kept it for months. Yeah, just sitting on my desk. But yeah, I just quit.
The times that I have quit, I have had like a half a pack in the drawer. Yeah, because I know if it gets real bad, I can just go have one. I could have one right now.
That's not quitting.
That's not quitting. That's stopping for a little bit.
I don't know how to like get this mentality across to people, but I'm like, quitting is because everyone is always like, oh yeah, I'll quit, or I went through something and I started again, or blah blah blah. It's like you can decide to never do it again. You just have to sit and be strong enough to be like, I'm never going to do this again. And it's hard. I mean, I for years had dreams about smoking cigarettes, and I don't know. You just have to like be able to do it.
Did you ever dream that you had a lit cigarette in your bed and woke up going like, where is it?
No.
Yeah. Because I used to smoke inside of
you?
I smoked inside my first apartment in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, I'd have a cigarette on me all the time. So I would wake up in the middle of the night like, where is it? Where is it? I'm going to burn the house down.
Yeah. No, I never smoked inside.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah. My grandma used to, and her husband.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go to their house. They'd just be sitting in chairs like this, just fucking chain smoking.
Yeah, with holes in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ceiling's yellow.
Yep. I miss smoking inside.
I miss smoking. I still like, if we're around and someone has cigarettes, I'll take one and I'll pretend to smoke it.
Oh yeah.
I like holding it. I still like holding it.
Have you seen the one of the brands is called Fume, Fume.
Okay.
But and they have necklaces now that have little tubes on them. You just pull on them. It's just air, and it's the same breathing exercise as smoking a cigarette. You're like.
Yeah.
But it slows the path of the air down so that it feels like you're dragging on something.
Interesting.
And you wear it as a necklace, or you just keep it in your pocket with like flavors and shit.
Yeah.
But
that's one of the lamest things I've ever heard.
It is pretty lame, but I'm like, vaping got me to quit smoking actual cigarettes for 2.5 years.
Okay.
But then it was kind of a deal breaker for the lady that I was dating.
Okay.
She's like, I'm just not going to do cigarettes. That's gross. I was like, oh, what about vapes? She's like, fine, but we have to set a date on the vapes too. And that date ended up being like when they stopped selling them in January. And so I went like 30, 45 days, no vapes, no cigarettes. And then Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Had one too many beers. I was like, hey man, let me have one of just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
No such thing as just one.
No.
So you smoke still?
So then I bought a pack, and then I got back off the cigs, went back to the vapes because I found somewhere online that I could order vapes. But then they were like, oh, you got to be home in 48 hours for me to sign for this. I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be home. And then when I would go on the road, I'd be like, oh, I'm out of town. I can shower this. I can smoke on the road. So that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then me and her were on again, off again, on again, off again. So when we were off, I would smoke cigarettes. When we were on, I would vape and blah, blah, blah. Just now I have a pack on me right now because I bought them at the bar last night.
All right.
So.
All right.
But the guy that I'm going on the road with from now to the end of the year does not drink, but he smokes cigars. So on Sundays, we'll go to the cigar bar in Sherman Oaks. And now I'm hooked on cigars.
Damn.
I had one yesterday, and now I can still feel it.
You inhale?
No. Oh. But, I mean, you're sitting in a room with 40 guys puffing on cigars.
Yeah.
Like, that's shit. You're absorbing it in your skin. And
yeah.
I can still taste it.
Yeah, I just say no to everything, and then I don't get addicted to anything.
That's a pretty smart plan.
Because even with drinking, like, I was like, I need to make sure I can not do this, and so I'll go a month without drinking. And you just do it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I wasn't like craving it. I was never like, I miss it. It's fun. But
yeah. I can go 2, 3, 4 days. Then I'm like,
yeah,
I need a drink.
It's just like, especially in the line of business we're in, it's like you're out at night with your friends. And what do you do when you're out at night with your friends? You drink.
Yeah.
And we're that every night. So it's like, unless you're like, that's why so many comedians are sober.
Right.
It's because it's hard to keep that in moderation. But
yeah, I've never had a drink before I've been on stage.
Wow. Okay.
Absolutely never.
I love doing stand-up drunk.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love it.
I don't think I'll be able to try that until January.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It took me 12 years to enjoy it, but and not like drunk, but like
yeah. I had to have like 3 beers and 2 shots before I would play music with my band.
Oh wow.
And for some reason, music felt more intimate. Like I was just the bass player. I don't know what I was fucking worried about.
Yeah.
And I had 3 other guys that I could hide behind.
Yeah.
No one's looking at me. They're looking at the fucking singer.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
over here not playing the right notes because I'm fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And then, flub a note and everybody, you do that thing in the band where everybody looks at whoever got the note wrong, or if the drummer fucks up, you're like, you look at him, it's like, that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
you
for
act
sure.
like everything is fine.
Damn,
But-
I always wanted to be a musician.
Yeah, what would
if
you
I could
play?
choose, I would rather be a musician. I played drums growing up, but realistically, I would want to be the lead singer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that tracks.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the lead singer of my band, too.
Damn.
And now I have this thing where I really
Every
want...
bassist does, right?
That's
Secretly?
right. Yeah. It's LSD, man. Lead singer disease. But I have this thing that I want to try. If I ever get a fan base, I want to do musical improv. I don't want to be the guy with the guitar. Love and respect Morgan J and Luke and all those guys that do the guitar thing.
Yeah. It's a cheat code.
It is.
Not in a bad way.
No.
It just is.
I mean, Morgan's very good at it.
Yeah. He's incredibly talented.
Absolutely. He's actually coming on the show. He's the next guest after
nice.
this in 2 weeks when I get back. But I want a full band. I want like keys, drums, guitar and bass, and I want a wireless mic, and I want to go out and just talk to the people in the crowd and write songs.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Kind of like Goddamn Comedy Jam, but like it's a new song every night, and then when the crowd leaves, they could scan a QR code, and the next day it'll take them to the recording of that night.
All right. Fun.
And every night is a new experience.
Yeah.
Every
time I do stand up, I do always go, why aren't you guys at a concert?
Yeah.
Why would you be here?
Yeah. Because
Go listen to music.
I mean, I have been to so many concerts that I'm good on music. I would go to comedy every night.
Yeah, we're so different. I've been to so much comedy. I'm like, everything sucks. It's all awful. Everyone has the same ideas.
Well, after the band, all my friends got jobs at record labels and and they started touring as managers and tour managers and shit. So it's like, what show do you want to go to?
Why'd you guys quit?
My ego. I broke the band up.
Wow.
Yeah. When my dad passed a year after we moved there, and then I was like, because my whole thing was I got to get a record deal before my dad passes away. It was a big I got to show him I moved out here.
Yeah.
I actually, he was in the hospital. I asked him for permission to move. And I was like, dude, I really want to go to California, but I will stay, because we all knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I want you to go out there and chase your dreams. So then I'm like, okay, clock's ticking, bitches. We got to practice every day.
Yeah.
And we weren't practicing every day. We were getting fucked up. And then it turns out we had a couple of buddies that already worked at a record label, so it looked like maybe we could get a deal, but it was never going to happen by the time he passed. So then I started drinking very, very heavily after he passed. Let the band go on for like another year and a half, and eventually I was like, what are we doing? Some of the other guys started another band, and I was like, you can only be in one fucking band. You got to be dedicated to this band.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It was dumb. I just looked for any excuse to blow it up.
Sure.
And then we all got jobs in the film business.
All right.
So
kind of worked out.
it really, yeah. My drummer owns an advertising agency with Kurt Cobain's little brother.
Okay.
My singer is the head of music videos at Disney.
Okay.
My guitar player.
Does he know Olivia Rodrigo?
I don't know if she's on his label, but I heard you liked her.
Yeah, who told you that?
Monterey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
I think she is. Yeah, she's incredible. I love pop I've always loved pop. I've always loved like women singers.
Yeah.
That's what my mom listened to growing up, was like Celine Dion. And shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like a huge Adele guy.
Okay.
But yeah, I love Olivia Rodrigo.
Nice.
She's my favorite.
I will find out if she's on his.
I don't think she's on Disney.
They have a sub label called Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
But usually when they hit 18 or 19,
they kick them out.
They fuck off. They don't. Oh no, they leave on their own.
Oh.
Because it's the worst deal in the music business.
Oh, I believe it. If it's Disney, yeah.
Yeah, you get a 5-year contract on your show, It includes one movie and one album cycle for $100,000 a year.
Damn.
So you get $500,000 over 5 years to be very famous.
Yeah. Doesn't seem great.
No. So they leave instantly.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. And the record label is, it's Hollywood Records. So they put out like the Frozen soundtrack.
Yeah.
And like all of the Lion King. They can sign an unlimited amount of bands that are never going to do shit and drop Frozen 3 next year and pay for the next 25 years of artists.
Yeah.
None of their artists make any money.
Damn.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this on the internet.
Yeah.
It's probably some inside shit. I didn't sign an NDA with them. I don't fucking work for them.
What do they sign like? Do they sign like kid bands or do they sign like adult bands?
They sign like kid bands now they used to like put them together when they were 14, like the Jonas Brothers, right? So when I was coming up, we were working with Miley Cyrus, the Jonas Brothers.
Also love Miley Cyrus too.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Well, the guys that influenced us to move out here are her backing band.
Okay. Sick.
And the guy that worked at the label is her drummer.
Okay.
They were Miley's drummer, his name is Stacey Jones. He used to be the front man of a band called American Hi-Fi.
Yeah, I know American Hi-Fi.
Yeah. So Stacey and Jamie's her guitar player.
Yeah.
They're well into their 50s now.
Yeah.
She's been with them for 13 years now.
Damn.
Super loyal. She's great.
Were they Flavor of the Week?
Flavor of the Nintendo song. Yeah, Flavor of the Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's sick.
Yeah. So my singer was their drum tech for a while.
Okay.
And their merch guy.
Okay.
And then their drummer, not the original drummer, because that guy moved back home. Their drummer went on to play for Celine Dion.
All right.
And Foreigner and everybody.
Yeah.
But he had a room open after the tour ended when we were living in North Carolina. He had a room open in his house in North Hollywood. He was like, "You want to move to California?" And my buddy was like, "Sure." And then 8 months later, the rest of the band moved out and followed him. We got an apartment 2 blocks away.
Hell yeah.
And the rest is history.
Damn. Yeah, man. Music's the best.
Yeah. So now my one of my best friends who I did a daily pop culture show with during Pandy, her name is Misty. She's the tour manager for Haim. And Haim just opened for Taylor Swift at SoFi.
Yeah.
So she's, anytime I want tickets, it's like.
Did you see Taylor?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Damn.
I got comped to see Taylor. I'm fancy, dude. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but it's like.
No, I love it.
Yeah. That was amazing.
It's making me be like, all right, me and you need to have a better relationship.
Let's go. I'll take you to any show you want.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Going to concerts is like my favorite thing.
I hate it, but I'll go with you.
Well, here's the thing. I'm out of general admission. I don't want to do that ever again. Mm-mm. And if I do, I'll stand in the back.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and watch a concert.
From the stage?
Yeah. Well, from the stage, sure. But from the audience, too.
Yeah.
I just saw Paramore at fucking the Forum.
I love them.
They have been my favorite band since I was in like high school.
Yeah. I did like 3 of their videos.
Really?
I didn't direct it. I was assistant director. But or it could have been one of her solo songs.
Yeah.
It does. To me, it doesn't matter.
She is my probably second favorite singer of all time behind Stevie Nicks.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Who are they on tour with right now? They opened for somebody amazing the other day. Was it Fallout Boy?
They opened for them?
I think so.
Oh, they're doing a headlining tour right now.
Dual headlining thing. Paramore's headlining?
Yeah. I think they just finished their tour.
Probably.
For their new album.
Yeah.
Their live show is incredible too.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen him fucking 15 years ago, and I seen him a couple months ago. And
Same
they were like,
energy.
Yeah. She is so good.
Yeah.
And she was sick.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
There's that whole thing about like you can feel like shit all day, and then once you're up performing, you feel fine, and then when it's over, you fucking crash.
I mean, I've been backstage like I don't know if I could do this. I'm like sweaty. I'm like, should I throw up? What do I do?
Yeah.
Drink some water, and then I go on stage and I don't feel nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
Did you? I mean, have you ever seriously thought about taking a stab at music?
No. I've written when I was in high school. I wrote a lot of songs, and I just didn't have anyone in my life that did music, and so I didn't know how to even play or like I was never in a band. I was in like the marching band,
right?
But yeah, I didn't have like friends. No one in my school. There was no bands that came from my school. There's none of that. So it was like, I feel like I didn't have anything growing up that would like lend itself to.
Right. So you don't play guitar. You don't play an instrument.
No, drums.
Right.
But I haven't played drums in 10 years.
I can think of only 2 bands that have a singing drummer. Cowboy Mouth.
Okay.
Nothing to look up. You can miss that one.
Yeah.
And Jellyfish.
Okay.
Jellyfish, early 90s jammy band. They got famous for spending $1 million recording their second album. And people were like, who spends $1 million on an album?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I'm not really into jammy stuff anymore.
Did they make their money back on it?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
No. Have you ever heard of Jellyfish? They had one hit.
I also, no, I've heard of Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll, I met at Skankfest last year.
Yeah, big comedy guy.
Yeah. I love the story of him promising Josh Adam Meyers that he could open his tour and sticking to it.
Yeah.
And they're on the road together right now.
Yeah.
So
I see those videos all the time.
Yeah.
Sick.
Josh Adam Meyers, by the way, one of the best dudes I've ever met.
Yeah, I love him.
Super cool.
Yeah, I would much rather go on tour with a band and open for them than do my own headlining tour.
Who's that guy that used to open for Metallica all the time? Bald, short.
Dean Del Rey?
No. I mean, not far off. Dean's like pretty well connected to the music scene too.
Yeah, he used to be like a groupie, I think. Right?
I don't know if he was a groupie.
A roadie, I mean.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Sorry, I get those confused.
Dean Del Rey's backstage sucking dick.
Yeah, he would.
I'm gonna clip this and send it to him. That'd be so funny. Come on my show now, Dean. Asshole. No, I love him. He's great. He brings his dog to every show.
Yeah.
I think he got that dog during
Gertie.
Pandy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to, when Pandy was shut down, there would be one like chicken wing place in the valley. It was the first place to do shows. Mark Hayes was running a show out there, and he would get like Bill Burr. He would get massive people to play for like 15 people just sitting there eating chicken wings.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, because of Dean. Dean would bring his dog.
Yeah. Gertie.
Yeah. You have a dog?
No, I want one. I grew up with dog. I grew up with all kinds of animals. I have a tattoo of my pet chicken from when I was little.
Nice.
But my dad lived on like a small animal farm, and so we had animals there. But I really want a dog.
I really want a farm.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I can't. My goal is to make money and just move to the country.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Somewhere that's like 45 minutes from an airport.
Sure.
So I can get back on the road.
I just want woods.
Yeah. I want farmland. I
want woods, and I want a porch that looks at the woods.
Yeah. And a pond.
Yeah, or even better, a pool, an in-ground pool.
Well, the pool, you can sit in the pool and look at the pond. The infinity
That's
pool
true.
can bleed into the pond.
Infinity pool feels like it doesn't belong in the country, though.
That's true.
I feel like this is like kind of dirty.
You need an above ground pool in the country,
Yeah.
and you got to build the deck up around it.
Yeah, it can be an infinity pool if it's an above ground pool and you look over the edge and pretend it's an infinity pool.
Dude, I love seeing pictures of dogs like just jumping on the side of a inflatable pool and just letting all of the water out into somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
Man, I've gone down a rabbit hole of just like looking at tons of like dog fails and like regular.
You have a dog?
I don't. The lady that I was seeing for a while has a gorgeous animal, and people will stop her mainly because she's pretty too.
Sure.
But they're like, your dog is amazing. This dog won't sit still to save its life.
What kind of dog?
I couldn't tell you. It's some kind of not a retriever. It's like if a golden doodle had straight hair, but like I could show you a picture, but
Okay.
I don't. It's a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture up.
I want a golden retriever.
Yeah?
That's the dog I like. I think if I ever get a house or like a bigger apartment, I'll get a golden.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
I love watching those videos too because people, like someone would come home from work and the dog would just start bringing it stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, he's retrieving.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're so happy, dude.
They
always
are.
look so happy.
Yeah. I mean, Rogan definitely sold me on the retrievers.
Does he have one?
Yeah. What's his name? I don't know. But my little brother in Nashville has one. He calls him Seamus. It's just fucking dogs just knocking beers off the coffee table all the time. So happy.
Yeah, I'm very anti like little dogs. I hate Chihuahuas. All those terriers and shit I think are whatever, but
pugs and corgis can go fuck off.
Sure. I used to be a pug guy, not anymore.
Yeah.
I think like a bulldog is like the smallest I could justify.
Frenchie's about as Frenchie's
probably a
Frenchie. Smallest you can go. I lived with a Frenchie for like 5 years. They fart. They're just farting dogs. They're
and they're
gassy.
like annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm a big hiker, and I would want to take my dog hiking.
Yeah.
And you can't really take a Frenchie or anything smaller hiking.
Yeah.
Unless you want to carry it.
I think a Boston Terrier would be pretty cool because they can swim.
Sure.
If you get a big one.
I think most dogs can swim.
Frenchies can't.
Well, yeah.
They
can't do much of anything.
Bulldogs of all types, when they hit water, they sink like a rock.
Damn.
I want a swimmer. I want to be able to go swimming with my dog.
Yeah.
Where are you going to, let's say you get $8 million dropped in your lap tomorrow. Where are you buying your farm? Or your woods?
$8 million?
Yeah.
I still got to work. $8 million. I don't know if that's gonna last the rest of my life.
I hope so.
$8 million?
Yeah.
In today's fucking economy?
Yeah, you can make that work for you. So you buy a farm for $1 million, you got $7 million left over. You invest it the right way, you should be fine.
I'm not an investor.
Oh, okay.
All
right. How much do you think it would take for you to just be like, going to the farm, bitches?
$500 million.
$500 million. To
give up everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the price. No More Comedy is $500 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, dude.
I know.
You got to start putting your money in some crypto right now. You might get lucky.
Because here's the thing: if I make that money and go build this house, I'm gonna want the best. Because I'm like, oh, I'm rich as shit. If I have $8 million, I'm gonna spend it all so fast
on the house.
Because I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
On the house, and then on the pool and the yard and the dogs and
the staff,
the movie theater and that I put in my home and
okay.
Shit like that, the cars, all that. So it's like, if I'm giving it all up, never working again, retiring, it's got to be more than $8 million.
All right, that's depressing.
I mean, $8 million in like the '80s, maybe the '90s.
I don't know. I think I can make it work because I think I can find like.
Oh, you can make it work.
Yeah,
but I want to like live luxurious,
Oh, see, I'd be okay in a brand new single wide, maybe a double wide.
And I don't need a big house, but I want a nice house. I want nice stuff.
Yeah,
and more stuff comes out every year.
you want the new stuff every year.
Well, yeah, I'd get like VR. Mm-hmm. And then, what comes out in 3 years? That's going to be expensive, too. You don't want
the contacts.
I guess you could sell your old stuff or something.
Yeah, it's not worth shit.
Yeah.
Used electronics is...
Yeah.
It's like these cameras...
I mean, you could sell them in the country.
Yeah.
It's easy.
But these cameras aren't even worth half what I paid for them.
Yeah.
But, you got to have them.
Yeah. $500 million. That's my problem.
$500 million. Do you play the lottery?
No.
Okay. You want to earn it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Do you know any comics that have 500 mil? Well, other than Rogan?
Yeah.
That have 500 mil?
Yeah, maybe 500 mil is a lot.
That's a lot of money.
I don't know what money is, man. What is Chappelle worth?
Oh. Probably, I don't know.
I could go below him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like who I think has like the amount of money I could retire with.
I would say that theater headliners that are doing 2,500 seats a night and sometimes 2 shows in one night. Yeah. I'm not going to name anybody specific, but it's probably not a huge stretch of think about who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think those people are making $3 to $5 million a year.
Yeah. So let me do that for 10 years.
You want to play 2,500 seats a night, Fridays and Saturdays?
Well, I'll do arenas eventually, right?
I hope so.
All right. My price, $50 million.
See, I can fuck with 50, but you can't get your own private jet for 50. So maybe 100 because you need like 30 million for the private jet.
Yeah, if you're in the country too, you want that.
Right.
Or like helicopter service.
Yeah, well, you can helicopter to the airfield, but
yeah.
I don't think, Dave Chappelle lives an hour outside of Cleveland. Yeah. I don't think he's driving an hour to the airport.
No, for sure no.
Definitely has an airstrip.
Yeah.
Have you been out there?
To Chappelle's house?
Yeah.
No. Haven't been invited yet.
He just had a big to-do. Matt Rife got invited.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's selling out arenas.
That's also true. Yeah.
I am not.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Are you going to, when you get to arenas, are you going to do it like Bert and just take 50 of your friends?
I don't know that I'm going to do arenas ever.
You don't think so?
It's not good. It's not that's easy to say in my position. Like,
yeah.
I don't need arenas. But I'm such like, I love stand-up comedy. And like, the bigger I don't even like doing a lot. Don't put this out. I don't like doing a lot of the improvs because they're too big. I mean, you can put it out, whatever, but they're like 600 seats.
Yeah.
And it's this huge thing. And it's like, this isn't, comedy is, the place I started was in a basement. It's like a 200-seater in a basement. Everything's low. Everything's intimate. That's the kind of comedy I've always liked. And I think that's why a lot of people's specials don't turn out great is because they try to do it at the biggest place possible. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
I love the intimacy of stand-up because it is a very vulnerable thing. It's my thoughts.
Yeah.
You don't get more vulnerable than that. Mm-hmm. Here's my thoughts presented to you. And so to do it in this huge space is just like, I think you lose a lot.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I
don't need the accomplishment of doing an arena.
Yeah.
I think that's silly.
I think 300 to 500 heads is the best number of people for a special.
Sure. Or if it is a theater, like there are theaters that can be intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's ones where like when Netflix does a series and everybody gets 15 minutes and they shoot like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Those places have maybe 200 to 300 people in them, and they have like a balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not comedy clubs. They just got dressed up for a comedy club for the shoot.
Yeah.
And I think those are really well done.
Yeah, I also I really enjoy talking with the crowd, and you can't do that in big spaces. You know,
that's true. You also can't do it as an opener.
Sometimes,
yeah,
if the headliner's a pussy. That is a big thing in comedy, though. Is it's a lot of learned behavior, where like we, as generations, we evolve and we change, but like even the guys above where I'm at, they treat us in a way where I'm like, we would never treat the people below us like that.
Right. It's like that in the film business too.
They're so cutthroat and gatekeepy, and
yeah.
It's like, no, now we're the internet generation where we're like, there's room for everybody, dog. We can all go viral. It's not one of us. It's not one person gets the Tonight Show. We can all get fucking Tonight Show numbers on our own.
Yeah.
So we're all much more collaborative and like, let's throw each other, our followers and our listeners.
Yeah. Let's collab on clips.
Yeah.
That's the biggest gift, I think.
Yeah.
Is collaboration. Because imagine just being a regular TikToker that does like hula hoop dances.
Yeah.
Who are you going to collab with? Other hula hoopers?
Mattel.
Yeah. I mean, the best you can do is like remix or restitch a TikTok.
Yeah.
But we're like, dude, come on my pod. I'll come on your pod. Like whatever.
Yeah.
We're just coming all over the place.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
It's nice to just come wherever you want.
Yeah. I love the freedom to come wherever.
Nice. I think we've done over an hour. I can't really read from here. We've done an hour 12.
All right.
But I have one question that I ask everybody at the end. I don't know why I'm looking it up. I know what it is.
Yeah.
What is the best meal you've ever had in your whole life?
Damn. Man.
People take this two ways. Some people take it as what's the best meal that's ever been cooked for me, and some people take it as what's the best restaurant that I've ever been to.
Yeah. Damn, that's hard. My mom used to make this like shredded Italian beef, and every time I went home, she would make it for me, and it's the best food I've ever had in my life. I love it. I'll never have it again because she died. And like my sister tried to make it, my grandma's made it.
Have you tried?
My aunt has made it.
Do you cook?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I like to, but I'm not like in the kitchen every day. But that's like my favorite dish is her Italian beef. It's so good.
Is that just like really thinly sliced?
I don't even like calling it Italian beef. We just called it that for some reason. I'm not really sure what it is. It's like pot roast cooked with like peppers, and it's like in beer.
Oh yeah.
And
put it on a
we
hoagie.
put it on buns. Yeah, we put it on a hoagie.
And cheese?
You can. We didn't.
No.
Hers was so good you didn't need to.
Yeah. Did you dip it in the juice?
You can.
Like au jus?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It's so good. And like no one else can make it the way. Even my brother-in-law, who's like a really good cook, has tried, and it's like it's just missing.
Yeah.
I don't know what she did differently because they use her recipe, and it's like
they look at the same ingredients, same everything. Wow.
So that's my favorite.
Yeah.
The best restaurant I've ever had is this place in LA called Annie's Soul Food.
Annie's Soul Food.
Which they used to be in Little Ethiopia on Fairfax, and they just moved to. Right now, they're actually operating out of a ghost kitchen.
Sick.
With their own staff, but like they just needed a space. And
Yeah.
I think they're opening up at the end of this year or something. But it's soul food, and it is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's where when I have people come, I take them. If I have people visit, I take them. It's where I go for my birthday.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah.
So the ghost kitchen, you could go and eat there?
You can order there
Yeah.
and get your food there. You can't sit down.
Yeah.
But you can go and pick up your food there. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Miss Peaches in North Hollywood?
No.
Yeah, the chef's from Virginia. It's soul food.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
north of Magnolia not on Lancashire. It's one over from that. Maybe Vineland.
Okay. Damn, that's close to my place.
Right in that little like thrift store area where there's like 50 thrift shops or whatever.
Okay. Miss Peaches.
Miss Peaches, bro.
Yeah, I love soul food.
Yeah. That's nuts.
I'm just a big food fan, though. I love food.
Yeah.
It's like I'm overweight, not because I like eat bad. I just eat a lot of good food. I love going to restaurants, finding new restaurants, reading reviews on restaurants, and checking places out. And
Yeah.
that's why I love LA so much.
Dude,
I don't think any city can touch
No.
the diversity and amount of good food we have.
Yeah, especially if you're willing to like do a little bit of driving.
Yeah.
Distance wise, it could be a mile. It could take you an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
I'll go to fucking K-Town and find parking for a good restaurant. You know, I won't do that for a comedy show.
No.
I'll say no to comedy shows in K-Town. But if I read about a good restaurant, I'll go there.
Yeah, it's like, what, fourth wall? No, I'm good.
Yeah, hell no.
The last lady that I was dating, she was a foodie, and we were.
Isn't everybody a foodie?
I guess, but we never ate at the same restaurant twice.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
I made a deal with her. I was like, if you pick, I'll pay.
Yeah.
I was gonna pay.
What's
anyway.
the best one in LA you've had?
I don't know. She's taken me to some really amazing places. There's a place that's kind of near K-Town that has like a pool in it. It's fancy. That food was really good. I don't remember any of the names of these places.
Yeah.
But it's always like, oh, there's a new like Italian place in Inglewood,
Yeah.
or there's a new soul food place in here. There's a pop up this. It's like,
Yeah.
she's on the tip of the spear on that shit.
Yeah, you got to be.
Yeah.
There's so much good food.
Yeah.
And it changes all the time. There's always new restaurants opening.
Right, because it's impossible as a viable business to run a restaurant in Los Angeles unless you're like laundering mafia money out of the
Yeah,
back.
for sure.
Yeah.
Even the fancy ones shut down.
I mean, I just can't believe how many Dave's hot chickens have popped up around here. But they have some really good hot chicken.
Yeah, it's all right. It's no Holland Rays.
How do you feel about Raising Cane's?
I like Raising Cane's. They just opened, right, in Burbank?
I drove by one in Burbank the other day, and I almost stopped in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I think it's new.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one we have in LA.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for fast food.
What's the best like fast food
Taco
chicken?
Bell.
Oh, I love Taco Bell overall.
My favorite restaurant to ever exist in the world is Taco Bell.
Oh my God, you got to meet my friend Nick.
All right.
He has a Taco Bell anniversary. He remembers the first time he ever had Taco Bell.
Whoa.
He was 13.
Yeah.
And every year he eats at a new and different Taco Bell on his Taco Bell anniversary.
Damn.
And he wanted to get married at the Taco Bell Cantina in Vegas.
In Vegas, yep.
We went there one time and we went upstairs. The manager was there. And he was like, can I see the bouquet? And she was like, sure. She let him hold, like, it's the mild sauce and the hot sauce and the scorcho or whatever. He got to hold it. And she was like, do you guys want an off-menu shot? We're like, oh, yeah. And he bought, like, hot sauce swimming shorts for the pool.
Damn.
Like, he loves it.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best restaurant. It's always good.
It's 100 different things in different orders.
5 ingredients.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
Is it only 5?
Yeah, it's like tortilla, meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, sour cream.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm not a white condiment guy. I don't eat sour cream. I hate ranch.
Oh, sour cream is incredible, dog.
It's the smell for me, bro.
Wow.
Makes me want to throw up.
I didn't even know it had a smell.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Smell it from across the room.
That sucks.
Ranch and blue cheese dressings make me want to vomit.
Yeah, they're both overrated. Ranch is good.
Yeah.
It's overrated. Blue cheese is very overrated.
You don't need to dunk your pizza in it.
No.
Just get an Alfredo pizza.
Yeah, but some pizza's good in ranch. Especially frozen pizza.
I will take hot wing sauce and put it on everything.
Sure. What's your favorite wing sauce?
I don't know. I only get wings from the bar next to my house.
Okay.
And they say they have mild, medium, and hot.
Yeah. But when you buy hot sauce, what do you use?
Oh, I'll do sriracha for that. But like,
interesting.
I don't buy wing sauce and put it on food at home.
Yeah.
Although I do cook at home a lot, and I cook the same thing over and over again.
My favorite hot sauce is Taco Bell hot sauce.
Oh, I definitely get way too much when I go and I save it.
I have a thing. Yeah, I have a Tupperware at my house, just full of. It's the best.
I'm a Taco Bell mild guy.
Same.
Yeah.
I can do hot because hot's not even hot.
Yeah.
But I don't like spicy. I don't want to feel pain when I eat food.
No.
That's why I don't eat glass.
Right. Or
It
jalapenos.
hurts. Yeah.
Jalapenos are great going in.
Yeah. I love the taste of spicy food, but it fucks me up too much.
Yeah. Jalapenos the next day are like painful.
Yeah.
I
I have a very sensitive butthole,
Same.
so I can't. It's too much for me.
I do not like the
My
feeling.
tummy hurts.
Yeah, of when a burning asshole is like one of the worst sensations.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're on the toilet and you're like in pain, you're just alone
Yeah.
with your fucking pants down. You're vulnerable.
Yeah. Scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah, but when it's painful, you can't even do that, right? You put your phone down and you have to focus on the pain.
You're sweating.
Ugh, I hate it. Yeah, that's why I don't eat spicy food.
Yeah. Well, Matt, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'd love to have you back sometime.
I'm around.
I hope to see you around the circuit. I'll be popping by the store starting in January.
All right.
And
I should be there.
do you want to plug anything before you go?
Why starting in January?
Because that's when I'll be off the road with the guy that I'm.
Oh, nice.
I'll be good by then, I think.
I can't wait to find out who this is.
Oh, I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
It's that guy right there.
Isaac Abrams?
No.
That's you.
That's me. It's the other guy on that.
Oh, on that
picture.
wall. I can't see who that is. Listen to my podcast, The Big Humble.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really proud of it. And it's not about anything.
Who's your co-host? Shout him out.
His name is Morgan. He's a waitress.
Oh, I thought he was a comic.
No, a lot of people do. People ask him to do their shows.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do that stuff.
Yeah.
He just laughs at my jokes. So,
There you go.
yeah, it's kind of perfect.
But he is very funny.
And, he's a great guy. Great laugh. Black,
That helps.
which is good for a co-host because then you can get away with a lot more.
Right. You like teaming up with black guys. Because it's Keith with Culture Court, right?
Yeah, you're right. I just like diversity, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
Me too.
Culture Court at the Comedy Store last Thursday of every month. And, come see me. I'm around.
Check him out, folks.
Matt Daddy Lockwood on Instagram.
Matt Daddy Lockwood. Do you do like TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff?
Yeah, The Big Humble TikTok. 100K followers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. And YouTube is The Big Humble on YouTube too.
Nice.
Full episodes there, clips there.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This show's a piece of shit.